I'm Craig Gentry, and you probably wouldn't believe me if I told you that inside this box is a 200 watt solar panel. This is an all new solar technology called CIGS. It's a thin film solar panel. It's from BougeRV, who is the sponsor of today's video. So thank you, BougeRV, for sending me this panel to use. This new CIGS panel is more flexible, it's tougher, and it's also more efficient whenever conditions aren't optimal. Now these will also stand up to damage better from things like hail or sticks falling on them, anything while you're camping or while you're driving. This new CIGS technology allows for 360-degree bending on the panel, making it exceptionally versatile for mounting on curved roofs like our runaway camper, teardrop campers, RVs, or even vans. Now this is the 200 watt panel. They make a 100 watt version that's the same length, but it's a little more narrow. Now both the 200 and the 100 watt versions both come with this adhesive on the back, so you just peel this paper off and it's ready to stick for permanent installation. And it is rated for highway speeds. I do wish they would have put some grommets on all four corners so that we'd have an option for a less permanent installation. I'm not going to commit to mounting it on the roof of my trailer right now because I have a rooftop tent trailer, and I also might want to roll it up and stick it in the truck if we go tent camping. At only 6.68 pounds, it's super lightweight and very portable. Pre-installed MC4 connectors will allow it to be used with any standard solar system. I plan to use it with my BougeRV portable power station that has an included PV pigtail that splits off to MC4, so that's ready to charge right out of the box. Let's go outside here and do some tests. Okay, so it's still kind of early in the morning. It's about 9 a.m. so the sun is a little low on the horizon. It's not full sun. I'm going to leave the solar panel just flat out here on the ground. I'm not going to point it up towards the sun or anything like that. Let's plug this in and see what kind of output we're getting to the power station. So we're averaging around 70 to 75 watts. I'm going to prop it up and point it towards the sun and see how that impacts the output. And just like that, we're up to the 110 to 115 range. Alright, now I'm going to try to move the solar panel over here into this little shady stuff. I'm going to put about half of it in the shade and see how that affects the output. Okay, so it's pulling over 70 in the partial sun. Before I pointed it up towards the sun, I took a look at it real quick. It was getting about 25, 26 watts. Partial sun laying flat on the ground, the sun low on the horizon. I'm going to put it over here in the full shade and see what it's getting in the full shade. In the full shade, it's averaging around 15. I'm going to wait until the sun gets up a little higher, probably around noon. I'm going to come back out and do some more tests. Okay, we're back. It's 12 noon now. The sun's not quite directly overhead. There's a little bit of a shadow still, so I'm going to lay it flat out first, see how that's performing, then I'm going to prop it up and kind of point it towards the sun a little bit. Staying pretty consistent, just over 130 watts. I'm going to move it right over here into the partial sun and see how much that affects it. Not gonna lie, I did expect a little bit more output just with this little bit of partial shade over here on one side of the panel. It's not a cloudy sky today, but I think there is some haze up in the atmosphere, so that might be blocking a little bit of it. Because whenever I moved it over here first out in the full sun, it was down to like 85, and it looked like it was full sunny and everything, and then it kind of brightened up a little bit outside and went right back up to 140, so it might just be a little bit of haze coming by or something. Out in my backyard, I've got this kind of wispy tree. This is a situation that you'd see more like in a campground. So we got plugged out here. It's still pulling in the mid 40s. I'm going to take it in the shop and plug it into the wall and see what it pulls from a wall. I'm wondering if it pulls exactly 200 or what. So there you go, right? If you compare it to plugging it into the wall does pull right around 200 watts. So whenever it's out in the full sun, it's pulling over 140. It's not too bad, I don't think. It's pretty comparable. I gotta be honest, I thought that it would output a little bit more than that whenever it was in partial shade, but this is the first time I've ever used solar, so let me know what you think. If you're a normal solar user, what kind of output do you get whenever it's like partial shade? Now this is my first solar panel, so I've had a lot of fun learning about this new technology and having the flexibility to have free power anywhere. I'm not a big boondocker because where we live, it's usually just too hot to camp in the summer without air conditioner, which is a huge reason why we bought our runaway camper. It has shore power and an air conditioner standard, so we mostly intended to use it at developed campgrounds where we had power. Most teardrop campers come with a battery and an inverter, and they're kind of ready to go. All you gotta do is add a solar panel to it to recharge, or plug into your truck while you're towing and it'll recharge your batteries. Now I hadn't thought about doing something like that, but BougeRV sent me this solar controller and also these extension cables for the solar panel. So now I'm really tempted to get a couple of deep cycle marine batteries and an inverter and learn how to make like a full solar system. So I'll have the ability to go off grid with this camper if the need arises. If you'd like to learn more about these CIGS solar panels from BougeRV, check them out at BougeRV.com, and while you're there, take a look around at their full site. They make a ton of useful stuff for micro campers, big RVs, camper vans like dual zone, fridge freezers. They have an ice maker. They've got this new little small portable air conditioner. They even got roof racks for kayaks and stuff. If I was going to do a van build out, I would go to BougeRV.com first, and I could probably get almost everything I needed directly from them. It'd basically be a one-stop shop for everything I needed to outfit it. Now if you decide to make a purchase while you're there, use my code IAMCG at checkout and you'll get the biggest discount available. That code works on this thin film solar panel, the portable power station I got, and everything else that they have on their website. Using my discount code saves you some money. It's a nice way to tell them that I sent you. Well, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please click the subscribe button and I'll see you next time.